Welcome in. Some of you guys will remember, a little while back I did a review of this Brittcorps 12-inch marching snare practice pad, the one with the snare mechanism on the back. And if you remember, these guys said to me that they were going to make a 14-inch version. Well, they're good for their word, because here is the new 14-inch Brittcorps marching snare practice pad. This one hasn't got the mechanism inside, which I'll come back to a little later. However, this is still a very good practice pad. I've been using this one for about 2 weeks now, just to kind of get kind of used to it, and you may have seen it on some of my other videos. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to review it, and I'm going to give you a direct comparison to possibly the market leader in marching practice pads at the moment, which is the Offworld version 3. I've done a review on this one. You guys know this one very well from watching my lessons. So today, let's start off with the Brittcorps, then we'll do a little comparison. So as you can see, we've got a very similar size to this guy down here. I've got a nice heavy piece of wood, feels well made. We've got the same as last time. We've got this heavy duty rim on here, which looks like it would take the impact of just about anything. We've got a little spot on here for our sticks to go in, so we can sit our sticks, not worry about them falling off. At the front, we've got a nice little touch. We've got a nice little indent here with the Brittcorps logo placed in there. Some sort of pressed vinyl top on top of nice practice pad. So how does it actually sound? Well, the volume is really good. There's enough volume that I can hear exactly what I'm doing, but there's not so much volume that everybody in the whole of your house, the whole of your street is going to hear you practicing. To give you a comparison, here's the Offworld. So you can hear, apart from a pitch difference, the sound is very comparable. So how do they actually feel? Well, they're very similar. I think this guy has got a little bit more rebound at the very low volumes. And I think that's probably because of the laminate on here is slightly thicker and taking a little bit of the momentum out of the stick, which means this guy's great for doing Boston Crusaders kind of fours, because it's got that rebound. Now, to be fair, these are very close, so this guy's also equally good at that. Well, what else have we got good with this practice pad? Well, the rims that I mentioned. So we've definitely got a louder volume on our Offworld than our Brittcorps. Depends what you like, really, doesn't it? Now, my biggest complaint when I first reviewed this guy was that it was too small for me to do things like backsticking comfortably, because I was catching the rims. And that's obviously been fixed on this practice pad. This practice pad sits perfectly now in top of a snare drum, as does this one, which I'll show you in one moment. For sound, front to edge, we do get a slight difference, which emulates our marching drum. So how is this going to come in on price? Well, I'm told by the company that they're going to be releasing this pad at the UK Drum Show, which is in September, I believe, of this year. And they're going to be releasing it, and they're going to be shipping to America, as well as the rest of the world, at £80. Now, £80 for you Americans works out at the moment somewhere around $100, maybe $101, which is pretty much exactly on point for this guy over here. So it's going to be a direct battle between these two pads, I believe. These pads, all pads, so don't believe too much hype of any practice pad company, they wear away. If you have a look here, this is starting to wear down. I could do with a new one of these, if you can see that in there or not. What starts to happen eventually is I kind of crack the way through this and it goes through. Well, you can buy these for the Offworld, or you can also buy these for the Brittcorps. Now, they're slightly different. The Offworld one is designed to lift off and put back on. This one's sticky, but I'm sure by those guys that they're going to be selling those, are going to be reasonably easy to get on and easy to get another one back on. So, let's get it on that snare drum. So as you can see, it sits nicely in the top of that snare drum. There's a little bit of movement side to side. However, on the bottom of the practice pad, we've got these little cushions for it to sit on, and so I like because it gets a little bit of the noise of the snare drum coming through. The only gripe that I have got with this is that if I do lots and lots of rim shots, I think maybe because of this stuff on the bottom, maybe it needs to be had a look at. It's a little bit bouncy, so the pad does jump a tiny bit. And you can see in this video, I'm not talking about a lot here. And so maybe that makes this one a little bit louder for the rim shots than the Offworld, which seems to sit slightly flatter on here, and maybe the suction of the bottom maybe keeps it a little stiller. So this guy has got everything I think anybody could need. It's going to be interesting to see how they get on with putting this snare chamber in this one. Obviously that's going to put the price up, I would imagine, above the Offworld, but for this to be the same price as that Offworld means that we've got some real competition here. For you guys who are looking for a new practice pad, this is one that I would certainly recommend. I've been using it for about 3 weeks now, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks. I wanted to just see if there was any wear on this. So far, there was absolutely zero wear. I'm intrigued to know how long it's going to last before there's any kind of real wear. Maybe you guys have picked some up, let us know. So if you're after a practice pad, check out the Brittcorps. If you're a drum kit player, or you're not bothered about the fact that doing backsticking, more of a traditional player, then the 12-inch version will actually be fine for you as well. They also do the version without the snare in the 12-inch version, and I believe they'll be selling these at the UK Drum Show, and as I said, ship them abroad from today. So go check out their website, and I'll see you again next time.